What's good, y'all? This is Dom.
What's up, everybody? This is Isaac.
And this is Streetball episode 34. This is our three-peat Shaq 34 episode right now. So you got to make sure we're doing something big here, okay? Make sure you guys shout out YouTube. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Balls Life Podcast Network channel. Turn on your notifications, ring that bell. We got a lot to cover today, including, obviously, the NBA draft. Crazy stuff happening last night. Some not so surprising things. And then we got trades, Ja suspension, and we're gonna wrap up NBA Elite Feet for the year. First and foremost, man, Wemby goes number one, which wasn't surprising at all. We got Wembanyama going first. We got his reaction to getting drafted number one. Here it goes right there.
Est-ce qu'on voit maison? Victor, bienvenue à la NBA.
Gracias.
Tell me what this emotion, tell me about these tears.
It's just accomplishing something that I've been dreaming of, my whole life. Hearing that sentence from Adam Silver, I've dreamed of it so much that, I gotta cry, man.
Eve, Oscar, Victor's siblings, there were tears for you guys. What has it been like watching your brother in this pursuit?
That's amazing. We are so proud. We are very happy for you. We are happy for the family, for the friends, for everything, for the basketball. That's so amazing.
Yeah, I knew that I was gonna have tears because every time I thought about this sentence, like with the first pick and everything, I got this little tears in my eyes, and I knew that I wasn't gonna let them in my eyes. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Hey, man, beautiful moment. What's that?
I thought he was on the other side of the couch. That's crazy.
You thought Wemby was at the end of the couch?
Yeah, they look just alike, him and his brother. I was like, wait a minute. The heck?
Hey, man, Wemby's sister kind of fired, too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, that's what you're going with, Damo? That's the angle you're taking right now? You're dangerous, man.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Hey, shout out to Wemby's sister. People were posting her on Twitter yesterday, and I had to look her up. She's actually a fellow hooper herself. Actually pretty good, apparently. But yeah, she cleans up nice. She's pretty fire.
Thanks for stating the obvious, Damo. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, you wasn't gonna point it out, which you're usually the one to point out stuff like that. I had to bring it to the table. So all right. A little stat here. All right. Wembanyama going to the San Antonio Spurs, which was the franchise one of his mentors played for, Tony Parker. So this is kind of in a family thing. We always talk about NBA loves headlines and narratives. One thing that I wanted to point out too is Wemby is actually the second tallest player to ever be drafted number one overall, right behind Yao Ming, which is a crazy stat because, historically big men have been game changers in this game. So to see someone go number one, for him to be only the second tallest guy, I think that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. I thought last year Banchero was like a different breed, but now I'm seeing Wemby, and it's like, wow, at that height, what he does and brings to the table this is a different type of game. This is the NBA just evolving.
Bro, evolving.
Like, he's a freak of nature. So I'm curious to see him perform, man. I can't wait till Summer League. That's 2 weeks from now. So we're gonna see what he does. I'm excited.
Reports are saying that Wemby might not even play in Summer League, but if he does, he's gonna play a little bit. One thing that came out of this draft too from France, he's one of 4 French-born players that was actually drafted in this NBA draft. One, his own teammate, his name is escaping me right now, but he was drafted 7th by the Indiana Pacers traded to the Washington Wizards. France has had a long lineage in this league, but I don't think we've ever seen this amount of French players drafted in the same NBA draft. Are the French coming? Are they the next wave in the NBA?
For sure. I mean, we see it, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I know on this team, isn't there another draft pick up and coming right now who's on the lottery? Who's a potential pick from Wemby's team?
Isaac, I just said this right now. I just said this right now. I don't know his name, but I said he went lottery.
No, there's another kid that played alongside him.
Yeah, I know. I just mentioned him right now. Bilal Koulibaly.
He got drafted in this draft. I thought he was younger. I thought
No. He was a 7th overall pick by the Pacers, traded to the Washington Wizards. Bilal Koulibaly is actually only 19 years old, bro. So 6'8", 6'8" swingman. Probably going to be a really good 3-and-D guy in this league, maybe more. But like the French, not to mention Joel Embiid, technically is a French.
This is who I saw. This is exactly who I saw in the highlight.
Yep, Bilal Koulibaly. And then Joel Embiid is technically French as well. He has French citizenship. Like, this might be one of our rivals in World League play, FIBA, Olympics in the years to come. So really excited for France, but it's Team USA all the way. Last thing about Wemby. What do you expect from him in year one and beyond?
Man, I mean, the way he moves, it's crazy how he shoots the ball and rises. He looks like the way he plays looks like a 6'4" athletic guard. Like, it's freaky how he moves. So I think he's gonna kill, man, with that length. I don't know, Damo. I think it's gonna be easy out there for him, in my opinion. What do you think?
I'm always skeptical about guys like this who are this big. We've seen guys this big succumb to injury. Now, it looks like he puts in a lot of work to have a strong core. He does a lot of different things to make sure his body is strong. But historically, guys like this don't really, they don't hold up to longevity, including people like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, 7 feet tall. He's always in the injury report. Yao Ming succumbed to injuries. Ralph Sampson, to go back further. Chet Holmgren's already on the injury block. But Wemby's the odds-on favorite to win Rookie of the Year. I think that the way our game is going, it is definitely catered to somebody like him. And let's be real, the last 5 MVPs have been internationally born in the NBA, which is crazy to say because the basketball is an American game. And, I mean, I would say by and large we have the best players, but he definitely has a good path with the organization that he's in to be an all-star, be a generational talent, as we already projected him to be. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you say they're going to shut him down in the summer league. I'd do the same thing. I'd shut him down right away. You're not playing in this summer league. We know what you are. Let's get you ready for season. Let's get it rocking, man. I don't even play summer league.
But you know what, man? Like that's we don't know. Like, they might make them play one game just for the culture, just to get ratings up for summer league, something like that. You never know, but I doubt that he'll be playing in every game. Just to see. Daniel's already helping us out. Says he wants to play 2. So hopefully we see him in 2 summer league games, and hopefully you're there in person to watch him, because that would be crazy.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm in there. I need to see all of it firsthand.
Yeah, no question. But we'll see how Wemby fares in his coming career, especially this year. Some not so surprising news either. Second and third overall pick. I'm sorry. Brandon Miller, as we found out all along the weeks leading up to the draft, goes number 2 to the Charlotte Hornets. You see this cool edit by Bleacher Report with Brandon Miller alongside LaMelo Ball. What do we expect from Brandon Miller in his first year?
I think Brandon Miller and Melo Ball in the backcourt is dangerous. I think that's scary. I mean, I'd prefer that over Scoot. But, I mean, in the beginning, they wanted Scoot, right? Scoot was supposed to be the second pick in the draft. But hey, man, this is a 6'10" big body who could do everything. I think he's going to change the game. I think he's going to really help the Hornets do some shit.
You know what? I think there's some factors in here. First off, they have Gordon Hayward, who is a max player but has been on and off the injury block. You have Miles Bridges, who they're trying to resign, who didn't play all last year because of the domestic violence incident that he had the previous year. PJ Washington as well. I see Brandon Miller bringing an impact, but it really depends on who else on the roster, how big that impact is going to be. And remember, Scoot is regarded as the second best player in the draft for the most part, but we saw that once the draft lottery shook out that he wasn't necessarily the best fit for this team. So
That's true.
yeah, I guess they're interchangeable really depending on who got that second pick. All right, what clip does Daniel got right for us? What do you got for us? Is it right now or is it oh, okay.
Since I've been a fan, man. And every time I think you're about to do something like bad, you do something worse. Hornets fans have been through it all since day one. We have drafted more busts than the franchise. We've had to put up with so much. It has affected my mental to be a fan of this team. And the moment I think, okay, this is it. This is our breakthrough, you know? We draft Brandon Miller. So I'm rooting for the guy, I guess. It was the wrong pick. I'm rooting for the guy, but that's all. Michael.
Look, man, I kind of empathize with him. Here's why. One thing that I will say about Brandon Miller is his mental is pretty immature and unaware. I don't know if you saw some of the things leading up to the draft. The way he was talking about Michael Jordan, like he wasn't the most legendary guy to ever play our game. Oh, he walked to his pre-draft workout and he said, "Oh, he's just an old guy over there watching me." Like I don't know who I've never seen him play, all that stuff. He also said that the GOAT is not LeBron or MJ or Kobe, it's Paul George.
He must really love Paul George, bro.
Spit an image of him, really, when you watch them play. They play the exact same way. So I get that, but you got to have more respect for the people that came before you, I would say. That's the only gripe I have with him, but I think he's going to be a great fit.
Yeah. I mean, I'd much rather have him than Scoot. I think he fits way better than Scoot, but that's just my opinion.
Speaking of Scoot, he went third overall to the Portland Trailblazers. Great pick, in my opinion, but they seem to be moving in a different direction than what we might anticipate them doing in regards to trying to keep Damian Lillard happy. First, before we talk about Dame, what do you expect to see from Scoot in his first year in the NBA?
I think Scoot's ready. He's a dog, man. He's an NBA body. He's strong. He plays strong. I think he's going to be real good. For sure getting buckets. But, man, we need the Blazers to win. I'm tired of the Blazers losing. I want to see wins, man. I need the Trailblazers to get wins.
Man, you know, I talk about curses a lot on the show. I really think the Trailblazers have a curse. In general, like their best players throughout the history of the franchise maybe have gotten hurt at the wrong time or came up against the wrong teams. Like you want to talk about most recently, Bill Walton probably sold his soul for that chip, and right afterward he succumbed to lifelong injuries. He was their franchise player. You got Sam Bowie, who they picked tragically right before Michael Jordan in the 1984 draft, I think. And then you talk about Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge, people like that, Greg Oden. They have a really bad, really inconvenient injury bug. So I don't know if that's on the franchise, but you always hear me say this: the Clippers gonna clip, and there's no good saying for this, but the Blazers gonna blaze.
I remember seeing Brandon Roy play when Jared Bayless was playing there. I saw a game live. Oh my gosh, Brandon!
Oh my gosh, he is such a bucket, man. And then he was bone on bone in his knee, unfortunately.
Yeah,
not good, man. But moving forward, man.
Him and Dame reminded. They remind me of each other when I see them play. They're just ball dominant. They're bucket getters. Like they're just
Yeah.
alpha males, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I think B. Roy would have had the same type of career as Dame has right now if he didn't get injured. But moving on to Dame, we got he's expressed his interest in moving forward, getting veterans around him in order to make a championship run for the Portland Trailblazers. However, we saw no trades in this draft. They actually had 2 first-round draft picks. Got some really good guys with their draft picks, but inevitably they haven't made any moves to. They look more like they're in a rebuilding phase rather than building towards winning a championship. So my question to you is it time for them to seek a valuable trade for Dame Lillard?
I don't think so. I think they're gonna rock with Dame, and I think Dame just loves Portland, bro. He must love the city, the vibes. Like I think he's comfy over there at this point because you've been losing this long, and you're not leaving, or they're not busting moves, and you're still there. He must love the vibes. He must love it over there, man.
I'll counteract with this. First and foremost, Dame is about to turn 34 years old. 34. He was a 4-year guy in college, so he came in on the older side. Also, the Portland Trailblazers are trending downward. His first 8 seasons or 9 seasons in the NBA, they made the playoffs every single year. However, they've missed the playoffs last 2 years, a lot because of injuries, trades, things like that. But it doesn't look like they're trending the way that would help Dame win a title in his best playing years. So I really think they should get off of him and do him a favor and send him somewhere else.
Yeah, they really need to do him a favor. I agree with you, Dom, because that ain't it. It's not it.
It's not it, bro. But we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. Just for the people watching, Dame's contract states that he cannot be traded until July 3rd. So that doesn't mean they won't announce anything before then, but he's not trade eligible till July 3rd due to his contract. So we'll see what happens there. Moving on, another surprising first-round pick. Days before the draft, Jaime Jaquez, there was announced that he was invited to the green room, which you and I both know. If you're invited to the green room, they have good intel about you possibly being a first-round pick or a high pick, and that became true when Jaime Jaquez Jr. was picked 18th overall by the Miami Heat. Is this the most surprising pick of the draft, do you think?
Yeah, I 100% agree. But I mean, hey, he's putting on for the Mexicans, man. Gotta respect it. It's different. It's different. And Jaime, I'll tell you one thing. Jaime is a dog, bro. He's not scared to run a fade. He's gonna be in that game playing hard as hell, diving for balls. He's gonna be on his Cronin mentality, trying to get wins no matter what. He's a savage, bro. I like Jaime.
Yeah, I love Jaime, bro. I've loved him since I've seen him play. Back in high school for Camarillo and for the Truth. Shout out to the Truth, our guy DA over there and Jay Crow Sr. That's their squad. They coached him up. But I wasn't expecting this first round draft pick. I think this is a testament to Jaime's hard work, obviously, but also like this draft honestly wasn't super deep either. So it was a perfect time for him to go into the draft and get something like this done. What do you expect from Triple J in the league? What do you project him as being, you think?
I mean, he's pretty mobile for how big he is. I think he's gonna, with the floor spread and how aggressive he is, I think he's gonna be able to get buckets, bro. I think he's a threat for sure, and he plays hard as shit. So I think it's a big time pickup for the Heat, especially with the good team they have already. This addition, I think would be helpful. So I like it, honestly. He doesn't have to do too much either. He just needs to be him.
I couldn't agree with you more. Perfect franchise to go to as well. Have a slew of undrafted guys that they built into being high-level role players. Jaime could definitely go in there and thrive. Maybe not this year, depending on what type of trades they make, but definitely a long-term guy that I think can stick in the league. Last but not least, our guy J-Rock. After torn Achilles, consensus defensive player of the year, countless times being counted out. gets drafted with the 53rd pick in spite of having a rehabbing through a torn Achilles right now, which he suffered in March. Is this still a draft, do you think?
I think it's for sure going to be one of the steals of the draft because Jalen is, we know J-Rock, like his defensive shit is just different. He's guarding whoever the hell, he's bothering anybody in front of him. Like you can stick him on a player, and especially going to the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, imagine them both in the backcourt. Oh my gosh, dangerous. So yeah, I'm excited for Jalen, man. I'm happy for him. We've seen his journey, Damo. Like he really earned it. He went from being unwanted to earning his shit, and now drafted with a torn Achilles. Like, come on now.
Some people don't know this about J-Rock. Like J-Rock went to my alma mater's Corona Centennial, played there his first 3 years of high school, left pretty controversially for a lot of reasons. And because of that, many reasons another, his recruitment kind of suffered coming out of high school. He ended up at UCLA as, a kind of an afterthought, to be honest, right, Isaac? Like they didn't expect much out of him. Ended up being that 3, 4, 5 guy that played a big role in their Final Four run back in 2021, and it's just gotten better every year, which culminated in him being the National Defensive Player of the Year this year, in spite of not playing the entire postseason, which is an accomplishment in itself. This guy is gonna make it. Like he has no vices. He just plays basketball. He kicks it. And he's going to really lock in on his rehab, and I think he's going to be a really good player in the NBA. So shout out to you, J-Rock. We're really proud of you. Been seeing you in this journey for the past, 8 years? It's been 8 years, bro. So to see him, what's that?
It was crazy too. I was with him all day yesterday during the draft. Like he was really like, it was just my heart was beating the whole time. He was about it. He was talking to Boston at 38. Possibly could have got picked up. It was kind of shaky. He changed, got dressed. He was like, oh, dang. Like, it was just – the whole feeling was crazy. But, yeah, he ended up going where he wanted to. I mean, he was talking to the Timberwolves and ended up exactly where he wanted. And, yeah, bro. It's crazy.
No question. Okay, so that's all we got time for the draft. Now we got other NBA news. First and foremost, this broke almost immediately after we got off at the air last week. Ja Morant finally received his suspension, which is going to be for 25 games. And this is significant because he falls right on the other side of the threshold, which makes him ineligible for any type of season awards, all NBA, MVP, you name it. He's not allowed because as we know in the new CBA, you must play at least 65 games to qualify for regular season awards. But still seems a little light to me compared to how bad they made it seem. Now we have a video right now that kind of illustrates what we're talking about. Ja definitely got off on this one.
Wait, what is this?
Yeah.
Wait, now, what is this? I'm confused, bro.
Bro, look, you see she's crying at first, and then like when the camera goes away, she starts smiling. Cause like Ja's definitely getting some fake cries off right now, acting like he's sorry and stuff. But he really got off on this one, bro. Like people were saying he should be suspended the entire season. Now, I was against that, seeing that he didn't break any laws. Like he's not like he didn't get arrested for holding the gun the multiple times he did on live, things like that. But still a bad look on the league. So I really think like this isn't a slap on the wrist, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did it one time and it was a big thing and then did it again. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you do it again, obviously you're not taking it that serious. I feel like just the NBA should make it known. But, I mean, let me shut up because this is a big-time player. I even want to see him play. His game is crazy. So, yeah, you know what? Now give him a little slap on the wrist. We need to see him hoop, man. He's a killer, man. I need to see it.
Evidence surfaced later that the gun they was holding in the last live video was actually a lighter. So maybe that's why they went a little lighter on him. But hopefully Ja learns his lesson this time and isn't in any earshot of anything that looks like a gun or any type of weapon, because we need him out on the court. And it sucks to see somebody like this that's young, like throwing their life away. Honestly, like
You know how petty Jai is. You know how petty Jai is. Wait till he starts hitting 3 balls in the games. He's gonna be. You know what type of dude he is.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I can't wait for him to get back on the court with his new addition, which we're going to talk about later. Next, the first thing that broke last week, we talked about Bradley Beal working with the Wizards to get him to a trade destination, given his no trade clause. And on Friday last week, this broke. Bradley Beal to the Suns for Chris Paul and picks. First off, I don't personally big three, dope. They're going to score a lot of points, this, that, and the other. But the Suns mortgage their future even more with this one, given that they're in the situation where Bradley Beal had a no-trade clause. They had no point of leverage. So they sent Chris Paul to the Wizards, and in the process, didn't really get much back, But the Phoenix Suns also mortgage their future a little more. According to the NBA draft last night, they have no control over any of their draft picks until 2031. What do you think about this trade?
I like it, but you got to get your other players to buy in and play hard and do the dirty work, because these 3 right here are offensive, just buckets, just big time players. But you got to you need a coach, bro. You need a good coach. You need a coach you need somebody to be the head of this monster right here, bro.
Frank Vogel's coming in his first year. Last time he had a stint with the Lakers where he won a world championship. Really defensive oriented coach. I really think they're going to have to lock in on that end. Obviously, they're going to score a lot of points with this team, but just got to get it down on the defensive end to break through, I think. But not too long for the draft, Chris Paul had just been traded to the Wizards. We got another notification that he was actually shipped off again to the Warriors, straight up for Jordan Poole and some draft picks. This was a little surprising at first to me, but the contracts match up. The Warriors get in a place where they have an expiring contract with Chris Paul. He's on the last year of his deal, making $30 million. What do you think about this trade?
I'm staying away from Chris Paul if I'm any NBA team, bro. That Chris Paul curse is real. We know it. It's official. It's a curse, bro. Man, I feel sorry for the Warriors. What about you, Dama? What's your take?
Bro, I'm on the same boat, but you know what? I think this was more of a financial move and hope for the best, because with the new CBA, they're cracking down more on the luxury tax, which a lot of teams are over the salary cap, which you pay a hefty penalty for being that, but it's worth it obviously when you're in a position to win a championship. So this was a move more so they could accommodate Draymond Green coming back, who opted out of his deal earlier this week. So I don't know. Maybe this is going to be the year where Chris Paul stays healthy. We don't know, but I'm really curious to see how this ends up. One thing that came out of this, almost immediately after Jordan Poole got traded, it was reported that he unfollowed Draymond Green on Instagram.
Man, I would have unfollowed him too.
On the lookup, which shows us the obvious. They never really made amends after the whole thing that happened last offseason with Draymond basically sucker punching him in practice. But we're going to see how the Warriors fare. I never count out Steph Curry, so we'll see how they go. The biggest trade that happened this past week was Kristaps Porzingis to the Celtics, which initially failed in a 3-team trade between the Wizards, the Celtics, and the Clippers due to Malcolm Brogdon not failing his physical. So the Clippers ousted that deal. So almost immediately, about a few hours after the trade went down and broke down, we had another trade, including the Memphis Grizzlies. Marcus Smart going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Kristaps, a few first-round draft picks going to the Celtics, and Tyus Jones, Danilo Gallinari, Mike Muscala, and a second-round pick going to the Wizards. First off, man, Kristaps is a really good get, but the Wizards are trying to rebuild and they're trading all their picks away. I don't really understand this, but hey, man, it is what it is. But what do you think about this trade? Kristaps going to the Celtics.
Man, I just like Marcus Smart. I don't like Marcus Smart leaving the Celtics, but I honestly don't like this trade. I don't think it's a game changer. I don't think it's gonna affect the league. Honestly, I'm not a fan of Porzingis. What about you? What do you think about Porzingis?
I'm not a big fan of Porzingis either. He has a lot of flaws about his game. Raw talent out of this world, but
Yeah.
he has a lot of things shit about him that like he missed a lot of games. He's injury prone. He also like kind of refuses to bang down low. Like you want somebody who's gonna be a consistent shot blocker and rebounder. He hasn't proven to be that consistent force inside. So I think they're just scrambling, trying to change something to see if they can get over the top. But losing your best on ball defender and Marcus Smart is troubling to me. A guy who I thought would be a Boston Celtic for life. And I know that he's hurt by this, which really sucks. It leave a bad taste in his mouth.
Hey, but Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies is kind of nuts. Like the Grizzlies he's a winner, bro. He plays hard as shit. You gotta respect it. He's just a dog. Like I like Marcus Smart a lot. I'm a Marcus Smart fan, and we all know he smells breath. But yeah, the Grizzlies got a big time pickup. That's a big time pickup, bro. I'll give them that one. Shoot.
No question. They replaced Dylan Brooks, on ball defender, in a different way, obviously. But Marcus Smart is a dog. He smells breath, like you said, and I'm really excited to see him and Jaren Jackson Jr., our 2023 Defensive Player of the Year, match up for those first 25 games of the season where John Morant's going to be out. So really excited to see that. But,
John Morant's looking.
There goes Ja. Gosh. Shooter.
Hey, Ja needs help, bro. Hey, Ja needs a lot, bro. For sure.
All that. He needs it all.
All right, man. We've been going about this all season long. NBA Elite Feet. Obviously, the season is over. So me and Isaac are going to review our favorites and least favorite ones of the season. We're going to go over our favorite. You guys know that Kyrie lost a shoe deal mid-season, and he was really creative on the court with covering up the Nike logos and stuff on the signature shoe, including this installment right here. You see it's probably some electric tape or something he put over the Nike swoosh, and he's just kind of advertising that he's a shoe free agent. I really like these ones. It's not necessarily for the colorway necessarily, but for the message that he's portraying on these.
Yeah, Kyrie's he's sending subliminals. I don't know. You could take this a million different ways. I am free, thank you God. I am. I don't know. I like that. That's different, man. We ain't seen that before. He's on some Michael Jordan type shit.
No question, man. But just some related news. Kyrie, they just recently announced earlier this week that he's signing a new shoe deal with Anta, a Chinese brand. So I'm really excited to see what they do with his brand right there. Next, we got the Tatum ones. Now, we liked all the colorways that came from the Tatum line this year, which debuted late in the season. But these ones in particular, the Basketball Africa League editions, really cool accents and infusion of different colors. So I really like this colorway and the shoe.
I mean, shoot, we've been talking about the Jordans. They've been dropping terrible looking, ugly shoes. And this one right here was a big time win. This is a beautiful shoe. I like the Jason Tatum's a lot. The shoe is it looks fire. It looks comfortable. I've never, I wouldn't throw no Jordans on, but yeah, I like this shoe a lot. Fire, very fire.
For sure. Really like this shoe, and I can't wait to see what else they come up with for Jason Tatum for his signature shoes. Next one, we got two pairs of KDs. First and foremost, we lead off with the most recent ones, I believe. KD ones. See what we got here. Oh yeah, so we got the Olympic KD4s right here. This is probably one of my favorite Kevin Durant shoes all time, and repping USA. We talk about this all the time. I say this: if a basketball shoe has a strap on it, it's usually fire, and this is no exception.
I feel like KD brought back that strap type look. Am I tripping, or he kind of brought that? He made that sexy again.
You know what, man? I think they infuse this strap look in and out of shoes because it's hard to do it over and over again. You've seen Kyrie with the strap, which goes crazy on his Kyrie's. It's a shame. It's a shame that he has to do, like, he's not Nike anymore, because Kyrie probably had the most popular Nike signature shoe ever besides MJ. But these ones are really good, so I really like these. Next, we got some the new KDs right here with this kind of solar cosmic colorway. He debuted these during the playoffs, and KD does it again. Really, like I see guards and bigs wearing these throughout the season and in the summer coming up.
Man, he got a long ass ankle.
And they ashy as hell too. Hey nigga don't know how to use lotion because he didn't grow up using lotion. It's all good though. It's like snake skin under there, cuz.
Oh shoot! Oh, that's funny. Yeah, these are fire. Shout out to
KD. Now next we're highlighting some Lillards. We highlighted a few pairs of Lillards this season. In particular, we're gonna highlight the PDX floor Lillards right here. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I was mistaken. We got the pink floral ones right here. This is a really cool shoe, man. I think this is like the Adidas equivalent to the Kyries. You see a lot of guards and bigs wearing these. They're very versatile. Dame pretty much doesn't miss on his signature shoe. So I really like these.
Yeah, man, I love Dames. I always wore Dames when I hooped. Dame was the only shoe I'd wear. His shoes are comfy, and I like the way they look on top of that. So, yeah, I love it.
Next, we got the Nike Zoom Kobe 6 Supremes.
Oh my god!
The snakeskin joints with the green swoosh. These are crazy. The epitome of a snake right there, which is what Kobe was going for when he put these out. Rest in peace.
I think these might be my favorite pair of shoes of all time in this show. This is very fire. I love this shoe a lot.
No question, man. These are hard for sure. If I wore Nikes, I'd definitely rock these for sure. But great job by Nike again for doing these right here. Posthumous Kobe's. Really dope. Next, we got the shoe that we raved about all year. My favorite signature shoe of the season. We're gonna highlight the pink colorway of the Adidas Harden Volume 7s. Now, remember when we first saw these shoes at Rico Hines runs? We were not sure about these. We were like,
I thought they were ugly as shit. I thought these shoes were ugly as hell when I first saw them in the photo. Then I remember I walked into the draft. I saw Jalon wearing it. Jalon Wheelwright was rocking them when he was training. And I was like, whoa. He was wearing the red ones. I was like, whoa. I said, okay. These are different. Yeah.
Bro, best mix of colorways. Obviously, he used different textures on here. Snakeskin, you name it. And he didn't miss with these this year. These shoes were 10 out of 10 every time. So these are my favorite shoes to debut this season. So shout out to Adidas and James Harden for making a really quality product.
Fear the beard, man. Fear the beard.
Last but not least, we highlighted these shoes on multiple occasions this year. They're timeless. We got the Kobe Grinch, which are timeless basketball shoes. Obviously, first debuted by Kobe on Christmas Day many years ago, and dudes still continue to rock these faithfully on a regular basis, including multiple sightings in the NBA Finals. Is this the best basketball shoe of all time, you think, as far as colorway and influence?
I think this is an iconic shoe. This is like one of the retro Jordans, bro. The shoe is iconic. Like, this is just one of those ones. But in my opinion, I think the Kobe 6 Supremes are better. But These are just iconic, bro. When he dropped these Christmas, it was Christmas Day, right? These, the Grinch and the name of the shoe, like what it's fire. It's tough.
So multiple reports have surfaced that this coming year around Christmas time, they're going to drop the inverse version of these. So you'll see the red colorway with the green shoelaces.
Wow, that's
So
tough.
I'm really excited to see those on foot to see what they look like. But I don't think they'll match up to these. These are just timeless and they're the original. So you got to give respect to the original.
No, for sure. You know, I'm not a Nike guy. Those are fire as fuck.
Yeah. Now we move on to our least favorite, the worst of the worst that we highlighted this year. Obviously, you know, we're gonna have the Buddy Lees in here, but first off,
Worst for last. Save the worst for last. Save the worst for last.
Most of these are New Balances. New Balance, you got to work on your motif and your silhouettes. Getting back in the game ain't easy, I know, but we could do better for sure. All right, first we got the Zach Levines. He debuted these, I believe, All-Star Weekend. I don't remember, but these ain't it, buddy. These look like something that my pops will wear with the laces on.
You see those? I can go down to Marshalls. I can go down to Marshalls right now, down the street, and find those on the clearance rack in the back because nobody wants them damn shoes. And
Bro,
it's size 15 to 20, a size 20 in the back.
No matter what colorway, these ain't it. These, like the silhouette, the design, I'm just don't like them, honestly. And there's not many shoes. I mean, I guess the colors are cool and they rock well together, but besides that, these ain't it.
Ugly.
And then, okay, we're running out of time, so we got to go quick. Okay, these ones right here, Jordan's been making big strides in the game this year, but these aren't it. Bam rocking the Jordan 37 low PEs right here, not a good look.
Let me see.
Where they at?
Oh yeah, those are terrible. Jordan, you know, missing. Bro. Like just a snake skin right there. That's fake snake skin. That's
no, bro. That's elephant skin, bro. The ashy elephant skin, bro. And then you got mismatched colors of red, all that stuff. These shoes ain't it.
Yeah, sure. Those are ugly. All right. What we got next?
Next, we got to play our own outfitter. Donovan Mitchell's had some really good signature shoes in the past, but these ones were my least favorite, including this colorway, which is like a Utah Jazz type of colorway, I would say. I didn't particularly like these shoes all year. There's some good colorways, but these overall ain't it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them ugly or anything. They're just not it. But I mean, we seen worse. We seen worse. They're doable.
You got conflicting like themes. You see the back heel right here. It looks like some Hawaiian design. Then you got the ripples in the front. And honestly, these are really underwhelming in comparison to Donovan's first three signature shoes, which in my opinion were really dope.
Yeah. Okay. When you raise the bar that high, that's why Jason Tatum has.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum got pressure. But yeah, you're right. You're right, Damo. All right.
Exactly, bro.
First ones right now, man. We're running out of time. Let's drop the worst shoes of all time that I've probably ever seen in my basketball life.
Why I got spared on this one. These ones are worse than any Shaqs that I've seen. Any Antas. I don't know those shoes that they used to sell at Kmart because are the Starberries. Like nothing amounts to how bad these are. They got the denim on the back, bro. It looks like that Denver Nuggets logo is like ironed on, bro. They ironed it on before the game in the locker room. Worst shoe I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah, these are hideous, like god awful. This is like embarrassing.
The cheddar yellow too, bro. Like those don't even match the Nuggets, dog. Like, come on. New Balance. This is me urging you. Isaac's urging you as well. Go back to the drawing board. Go get a new shoe designer and do better.
Yes, for sure.
All right, man. Well, shoot. We had a really long NBA draft coverage today. That's all the time we have for now. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We're going to have some more, hopefully, trade news. We'll be going over Section 7 and some more Drew League stuff, man. The Drew League is popping right now. Can't wait to pop out and see it in action. But with that being said, man, my name is Dom.
My name is Isaac.
And this is Streetball. We out. What's the deal, y'all? This is Dom. You're tuning in to the Streetball Show with Dom and Isaac. If you really like that clip, make sure you click up here to watch more of our episodes. And if you really like and you want to see more content, click down here to subscribe, all right? Bro, what are you doing on your phone, bro?
Mine yours, buddy.
Not locked in, dog. Not locked in at all, man.
Hey!
Subscribe, all right? Thank you.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. We out.